W3L Championship Committee have helpfully informed me that despite my contractual entitlement to a rematch for the W3L Championship, Alan Grogan and his manager Sarah apparently have a contractual entitlement to decide when that rematch takes place, and they're refusing to sanction my championship rematch this July. Well, do you know what Alan Grogan and Sarah cannot deny? Is Alan's contractual obligation to face me one-on-one, albeit non-title, at Petticoat Bay W3L Summer Fever this Sunday, July 7th. But for Alan Grogan it doesn't end there. It's not as easy as that. You see, for Alan, the skies are darkening and the dogs are barking, Alan, because this week before we get to Petticoat Bay, we're heading up north. We're in Wick, we're in Elgin, we're in Dornoch. And I guarantee you, if you think that you're going to saddle up, cowboy, and go gallivanting around Scotland with my W3L Heavyweight Championship over one shoulder and that change from a fiver slapper Sarah over the other, think again. When you're looking to right or wrong in this business, I know that there's no point in playing nice, Alan. Revenge dished out by me. It's not just a 3-course meal, Alan, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, and I guarantee you when that table's cleared, come Summer Fever, come Petticoat Bay, this Sunday, you will be begging to sanction that championship match just to get it over with, just to have me out of your life. And I guarantee, Alan, when it's all said and done, come hell or high water, I will stand tall once again, W3L Heavyweight Champion.
Howdy folks, and welcome along to Wrestlution Rewind here, obviously, on the W3L network. Thank you so much for continuing to join me as you do it every single week, and if you don't, you really should. And the best way to do that is by pressing that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, one button click is all it takes. And of course that means you'll be notified every time we bring you anything here on the W3L network, not just Rewind. But as you know, and of course I'm sure you know, we are heading towards Wrestlution VII, yes, the 10-year anniversary event from 2013. We are bringing it to you on the W3L Box Office. Nobody's seen it since the night it took place, but we are going to bring it to you on the box office at the end of next month. I mean, it's the end of February already, hard to believe, isn't it? So we are going to be bringing that to you. Nobody's seen it since the day it occurred, and we couldn't bring you a live Wrestlution last year. So we bring the next best thing, a classic Wrestlution nobody's seen for years, one of the best ever, and of course in the weeks leading up to it, here on Rewind we'll bring you matches from 2013 that helped build towards Wrestlution VII. So you should go to the box office, you should check out everything that's there, get up to speed with what is happening, and then make your plans to be there on March the 21st and watch Wrestlution VII. The other thing we'd love to bring you is live wrestling, and right now that's just not possible. Hopefully things might be about to change, maybe, you know, after summer, who knows. But currently these are the dates we have scheduled. They were originally planned for April last year. We've had to reschedule them a couple of times since. They are all subject to change, but all original tickets will remain valid. So if you did buy tickets from last year, keep them and you will not miss out, we guarantee it. When we come back to live action, Crafty Connoisseur will once again be our live event sponsor. You can obviously get in touch with them. Their web store is open. They will send stuff to your house, so you don't even have to cross the threshold and go outside if you don't want to. They'll send it to you. Goes to remote tastings and stuff. Check out all their social media. Get in touch with Crafty, make a purchase and tell them that we said hello. You should also purchase one of the amazing W3L t-shirts. There is a vast array of designs. Some W3L ones, some for specific wrestlers. There's some amazing ones. Get in touch. Buy one of those to show your support, and also, here's a good way of showing your support, buy a fan support package. Prices begin at only £5, so something to suit every single budget possible. For that money you get cheap ringside tickets, DVDs, signed posters, and of course an exclusive video message from a W3L star of your choice. What more could you want? The DVDs, the t-shirts, all available from the website. More on that in a while. But let's talk Wrestlution VII. We've now reached the July of 2013. Now, as you heard at the beginning of the programme, Mike Musso had some choice words for the natural Alan Grogan. Just a couple of weeks ago, we saw Grogan cash in the golden ticket to take the heavyweight championship away from Mike Musso in the aftermath of a tag team match. Of all things, obviously Musso would love dearly to get his hands on that championship one more time. But as things stand in July, main event at Wrestlution currently will be Grogan defending the heavyweight championship against the 7 Deadly Sins winner Nathan Reynolds. Obviously this is the July, Wrestlution VII took place in November, so there's still a fair bit of time between those events. Things could change. What would happen? Well, you would find out nearer the time, but currently that's how things stand. We will, I'm sure, talk about Grogan, Musso and the heavyweight title in a bit. But let's talk about another title. Let's talk about the tag team title. The match where Musso lost the heavyweight championship. He was challenging for the tag title held by Britain's Most Wanted. And that is the match we're going to be seeing in just a moment, or at least that's what's planned. Britain's Most Wanted are going to be defending the tag team championship against the Coffey Brothers, making their W3L debut as a tag team. But there's apparently some question as to whether or not the match is going to go ahead. I'm not 100% sure on exactly what's happening, so let's not delay any further. Let's go down to ringside and hear from one half of Britain's Most Wanted, Damien O'Connor.
Unless I heard the blasphemy there, that this is going to be a tag team title match. My very good partner here and my best friend is injured, and it's in our contract not to put these belts on the line unless we are 100%. So contain yourself, folks. This is not at all going to be a tag title match. We're going to take our money and we're going to get out of here. That's what's going to happen today. We are not checking, he's injured.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown Rewind, and a slightly unexpected start to this contest. It's supposed to be Britain's Most Wanted, Damien O'Connor and Scott Rennick, defending the Tag Team Championship against the Coffey Brothers. As you've heard Damien O'Connor, however, saying that Scott Rennick is injured, they won't be defending the title. And I think we're just trying to get some clarification on whether that's actually part of the contract or not. This is a contest from the July of 2013, of course, as we're continuing to build towards Wrestlution VII, March 21st on the W3L Box Office. It comes your way. And we saw Britain's Most Wanted in action 2 weeks ago, defending successfully against Mike Musso and Nathan Reynolds. And hold on, referee Fulton Thomas has returned.
Ladies and gentlemen, our official word is that the W3L promoter says that this is going to be definitely for the tag team titles. And I can defend this. I told you back there, I'm a fighting champion, I want to defend it. We'll do it now.
Well, apparently it's going to happen. Management have ruled that yes, it must occur. Scott Rennick has said that he is a fighting champion, and we saw how good he was in that match a couple of weeks ago, even though it's perhaps more memorable for Alan Grogan cashing in the golden ticket. Again, there's referee Fulton Thomas just holding the tag team championship belts aloft. So it's going to be Britain's Most Wanted against the Coffey Brothers. 4 men who know each other. They've wrestled outside the W3L. Of course, it's a big test. Rennick, I think, is an injured knee. And obviously Damien O'Connor would rather that they retain the belts by just not defending them, but Rennick wants to. There's the bell to signal the start of this contest. Britain's Most Wanted have reigned for 7 months. It was in November of the prior year, 2012, that they won the Tag Team Championship. And intend to do so. Of course, the tag title will be on the line at Wrestlution VII, but who will defend it and who against, we will find out in the weeks to come. Of course, we're obviously building towards Wrestlution VII, like I said, and this is just another stop on the road to Wrestlution VII. The 2 big men about to start off. This is the first time we'd actually seen the Coffey Brothers as a team in W3L. They'd arrived individually in the past. And O'Connor doesn't let the crowd get on his back. As in terms of Wrestling Showdown itself, Mark was last on here in, of all things, December of 2016. It was the September of 2016 for Joe Coffey. They've not been seen on this show since. They're obviously doing different things. And Joe Coffey gets the advantage over the most experienced man in this contest. Joe Coffey with a 4-year deficit to O'Connor. He started in 2005, as did Rennick actually. Joe was 2009 and Mark was the year after. O'Connor just showing off his power. Again, you know the history of Damien O'Connor in W3L, was former heavyweight champion, a well remembered series of battles against the merchandise Mike Musso. Joe Coffey taking the wrist. But the Coffeys made their name through the west of Scotland, and they started out initially solo, had nothing to do with each other, but gradually, I guess brotherly love, if you like, denoted that they would end up teaming, and they did, and had a fair bit of success, but they still kept individual careers as well. Joe Coffey still controlling this wrist, and O'Connor rolling through. Oh, and down he goes. Joe Coffey first appeared in W3L at the legendary Clash of the Titans event in the May of 2012, battling the man that we now call Finn Balor. He returned in November of that year, facing Mike Musso for the heavyweight championship, as O'Connor with a handful of the ponytail. And then in the May, just a couple months before this event, he wrestled Nathan Reynolds one-on-one. So he'd always had singles endeavours in W3L, but this was the first time management decided that he and Mark might make for quite a good pair of challengers, and that's how the match was signed. There's neither man budging. They're two big men. Wow. Even Joe Coffey can't budge Damien O'Connor. Oh, he steps on his foot and then balances him enough to knock him down. And O'Connor on the ropes, but Joe Coffey grabbing the wrist and going over to take the tag to his brother Mark. They've seen him in W3L before, but interestingly, only ever in tag team action. Look at this, the rapid tags. I mean, Britain's Most Wanted have been a team for a long, long time. As I'm sure if you watched the match 2 weeks ago against Musso and Reynolds, you'll have heard all about that. But when you're a legitimate blood brother, when you're an actual relative, there's a fluidity in that teamwork that two strangers, or initial strangers let's say, non-family members just don't have. And it's just not possible for O'Connor and Rennick. They're a hell of a tag team, but there's just an extra little thing that the Coffeys have because they are of the same bloodline. As Mark controls the arm. He first appeared at Wrestlution VI, that being in September of 2012, challenging for the tag team championship, although not with his brother Joe, it has to be said. A couple months later, he then, of all things, helped defend the tag team championship. And said, oh, hold on, here comes Scott Rennick. Look at these solid fists from Scott Rennick. I mean, he punches you hard. He's no nonsense. He's a brawler by his own admission. There's a huge chop. Mark Coffey saying I'll have none of it, and Rennick retaliating. These chops are echoing around the building. And a knee right in the spine. And I mentioned interestingly that Mark helped defend the tag titles in November of 2012. Nathan Black was one half of the tag team champions at that point. Needed a partner for the night as his regular partner John the Bomb Graham was unavailable. So he asked Mark Coffey to do it, and they were successful. And it's quite interesting the fact that it was indeed Nathan Black and John the Bomb Graham, the Weapons of Mass Destruction, that Britain's Most Wanted defeated to become tag team champions. You see Rennick just out wrestling Joe Coffey. O'Connor likes that, but doesn't like this. Oh, a reversal. And a shoulder block from Rennick. And Coffey went down. Oh, hold on. There's some of that famous BMW double teaming. I'm just seeing he's stretching his legs. And O'Connor with a shot to the ribs, and Mark Coffey coming in. He's not happy at all. Coffey crashed hard at those turnbuckles and he ricocheted out. That's the velocity, that's the force he was sent in with. And you see O'Connor went for the cover. Took a couple of moments of kind of self-congratulation, really. And then went for that cover that may have slightly cost him. Joe Coffey, we've seen before in the singles endeavours here in W3L. He's not going to go down without a fight, but he's got two men that like to fight as Scott Rennick gets a 2. And Joe Coffey's looking in a bad way. He might need to make a tag, and he's trying to. Always fighting. Gets up ahead of steam. And they crash into each other. And Joe Coffey, look, this goes straight for the knee. And you can see it's slightly strapped up. And he's going for the injured knee, and Damien O'Connor knows it. He broke that up right away. And the referee telling him you're not allowed to come without a tag, which is very true. But he knew Scott Rennick wouldn't submit unless he really, really had to, so he would hold on. And that would just, in theory, risk further damage to that knee as the Coffeys drop down Scott Rennick. And a double stomp to him. Mark Coffey just scores a 2 count off the back of that. Again, there's the rapid tags. If you're into your statistics, if you're into sort of looking at averages and the like, that's, wait a minute, another pinfall attempt and O'Connor breaks it up. The Coffeys have had the advantage when it comes to teaming up. They've tagged far more often in this match than Britain's Most Wanted have. Now they're working over the leg. They've got that version of toe hold on. Just twisting the knee. For such a vital part of your body, when you think how often you use your knees as you walk, as you bend, it's a surprisingly weak joint. It's actually really easy to damage. See Rennick, he hobbled across that ring, could barely run, took the drop kick in the face, it's going to end it. Scott Rennick also a man that doesn't go down without a fight. We know all the battles he's gone through, both in his personal life as well as in the ring, of course, and he makes the tag to Damien O'Connor, the merciless Irishman here. Mark Coffey hammering with these punches, and these forearms I should say. Oh, trying to suplex O'Connor. He's a big man to be doing that to. And O'Connor just directing traffic. It should be noted that O'Connor has had a hand in training or helping to train every single one of his opponents, and even the referee as well. And Joe Coffey getting frustrated. He can see what's happening, but of course the referee doesn't have eyes in the back of his head. And Coffey's temper getting up because he can see his brother getting double teamed. What a suplex. The reaction from Mark tells the story to that one, but he keeps going. And O'Connor bad-mouthing Joe Coffey. Good strategy because he knows that Joe Coffey's angry. He's just trying to wind him up, maybe goad him into the ring. And it works. Joe coming back in, and this just distracts the referee, allowing Mark Coffey to be trapped in Britain's Most Wanted's part of the ring. Gets launched across, and a double team. So that 2 weeks ago they crushed Mark Coffey. They're going to end it. Wow, Mark Coffey kicking out. He had 2 large men run right into him, knocked all the breath out of his lungs, I'm sure. And O'Connor with that version of the chin lock, but he may have maybe got his hands over Mark's nose and mouth. Mark elbowing his way free. And he raced off the ropes, don't know what he had planned, but O'Connor stopped him. Jumping back elbow. And Mark Coffey Grabs hold of the leg but barely gets anything off it. Of course, Mark unfortunately landed in the... Oh, and Joe Coffey gets knocked off the apron. Brilliant strategy by O'Connor. Mark Coffey trapped in the wrong corner, and again Joe Coffey's temper get the better from referee having to restrain him. And Mark Coffey's a sitting duck. BMW have defended these tag belts a long time, again 7 months, and you can see why. Rennick applies that chin lock, just trying to wear Coffey down further. Cut off the flow of blood to the brain, squeezing out the carotid artery in the neck. And Markov trying to fight up. Easy task to lift Rennick, but he's up, trying to break free with his elbows. And a handful of hair takes him down. Rennick will bend the rules whenever he needs to. He just gets him a count of 2. And again, O'Connor ordering Rennick across. So far, this injured knee hasn't really affected him. The Coffey's targeted it briefly, but beyond that, Scott Rennick has managed to keep this match going, and he's favoured it well. Another cover. How many pinfall attempts has Mark Coffey survived in this match? Must be some sort of record here. Now look at this, he keeps fighting. Forearms and chops. And O'Connor goes to the eyes. That's the experience edge there, and we saw the things Damon O'Connor would do while he was heavyweight champion. Oh, and he gets him over! Mark Coffey out of nowhere suplex the big man, and O'Connor was not expecting that. They tried before, O'Connor went nowhere, but this time Coffey muscled him up, and he is close, and he's rolled the wrong way. He needs to roll over to his brother. He's not that far from him, but does he realise it? Mark Coffey rolls over, makes a tag, and in comes Rennick as well. And a fired up Joe Coffey, firing off forearms, taking down Britain's Most Wanted by himself. He cries no mercy, German suplexes Scott Rennick, who nearly got it. Barely kicked out that German suplex. He have landed in the back of his head. And you see Coffey splits them across the ring, keeps them apart. Oh, and Rennick gets launched into O'Connor. And here comes Mark. And where Mark goes, Joe follows. A pair of avalanches. BMW are not in a good position. O'Connor's gone down. And look at the powers they held up. Scott Rennick delayed him, dropped him down. Joe Coffey goes to the cover, and O'Connor gets it at the last minute. Tag belts look like they're slipping away there. O'Connor's made the save. Mark Coffey kicked to the floor, and Joe Coffey gets his eyes raked. O'Connor not too happy. It's hardly Rennick's fault though. Ah, and they nailed Joe Coffey. That's how they beat Mike Musso. Telling Rennick to pin him. Joe Coffey goes down in defeat, but he doesn't. He gets a shoulder up. That has failed numerous teams. A pair of kicks. O'Connor is not happy. I think it's the frustration. Ordering Rennick around. You know, O'Connor is the senior member of the team. Oh, bicycle kick! And he ended up hitting his own partner. And O'Connor gets lobbed to the floor. It's a big man to be hitting the floor. Scott Rennick gets dropped. Joe Coffey goes to the pin. Are they going to win the tag belts? It is not happening. Scott Rennick still kicking out. Oh, and they go high and low. They wipe out Scott Rennick. And again he kicks out. The Butcher kicking out everything. He's not going to let these tag belts go, but Joe Coffey applying the Boston Crab. If he can turn him over, this could be dangerous because Rennick's got that bad knee. He sinks down, and he does it. Joe Coffey gets to submission. Joe Coffey gets to submission on Scott Rennick. And so it was a Boston Crab. They hit some fantastic double team impact moves, but the bad knee of Rennick, look, he's clutching it. The bad knee of Rennick proved to be the difference maker. He valiantly fought through this match. He didn't want to let the match go away without a fight. And he did well throughout the whole contest. But the Coffeys wore him down. They found the weakest part of Scott Rennick and they applied the Boston Crab. Joe Coffey applied his Boston Crab and they got the submission. And of course Scott Rennick had no choice but to submit. And the Coffey Brothers are the brand new W3L Tag Team Champions, ending Britain's Most Wanted's reign at 7 months. I mean, as things stand right now, the July 2013, will the Coffeys still be champions come Wrestlution 7? Who will be the next set of challengers to step up to face them? Anything is entirely possible. We'll find it as the weeks go past, but Britain's Most Wanted, the former champions, now no longer. O'Connor does not look happy. He was on the floor. He was unable to... Wait a minute, he's got to hold the microphone here. He was unable to break up the submission attempt. Yeah, Rennick did his best, but he came with a bad knee and gave it a... Looks like O'Connor has something in his mind.
We've been tag teaming for 7 years, and I said to you, if we lose, it's on your head. What happened? We lost. I'll tell you what I'll do, Scotty. I'll forgive you this time. We've been very successful this whole career we've had. Let's just shake on it, alright? Another day we'll fight him. How's that? Okay. Alright. This is the best tag team Scotland's ever produced. And it's now dead.
Oh my god! O'Connor's just kicked away at the injured leg of Rennick and he's attacking it. O'Connor's attacking his own partner. Is it true? Is Britain's Most Wanted dead? I mean, it looks very much like it. O'Connor, not a man that likes losing championships. I know he was annoyed to Mike Musso beat him for the heavyweight title at Wrestlution VI. And now Scott Rennick, injured knee and all. Look at this, referee's trying to get him to break the hold with a half crab. And oh, hang on, he's grabbed the ref and throws the referee at the ring. Damien O'Connor did not take kindly. He sees Rennick as the weak link. He wanted to walk away earlier on, wanted to throw the match off, not defend the belts, but Rennick said, no, we can do it, I'm a fighting champion. And O'Connor not happy with that, not happy with the result. The Coffeys won the belts, made Rennick submit. And Damien O'Connor targeting the knee of his best friend, his long-time tag partner. You heard how long they've been teaming together. And look at this, sitting down on him with that half crab, targeting the knee, making that injury worse. This could potentially be career ending for the butcher Scott Rennick. And Damien O'Connor will try to ring the bell to get some order, but he's ignoring it. And Scott Rennick has been left down. Damien O'Connor has made an emphatic statement, because here in Kinghorn and Fife, not only did Britain's Most Wanted lose the tag team championship to the Coffey Brothers, but Damien O'Connor has killed Britain's Most Wanted. What does this mean for the W3L tag team division going forward? What does it mean for Wrestlution 7? Guess we'll find out in the weeks to come.
And just like that, the Coffey Brothers are the new W3L tag team champions. Perhaps to the benefit of hindsight, Scott Rennick defending the titles with that bad knee wasn't the best of moves. Certainly Damien O'Connor didn't think so, as he assaulted Rennick after the match, ending Britain's Most Wanted and their friendship as well. We'll be hearing more about that in the weeks to come, I am sure. But as things stand in July, the Coffeys are the new tag team champions, and presumably it's them defending them at Wrestlution 7. But who against? Well, we'll find it in the weeks to come. Now, speaking of Wrestlution 7, we talked about Mike Musso, we talked about the heavyweight championship, we talked about Alan Grogan, and on that same event from the match you've just seen, they met in the ring. Let's take you to the closing moments of that contest.
Mike Musso must feel that victory is within sight. Maybe one more big move could spell the end of the contest. Alan Grogan on the back foot, and up he goes for the blunt force trauma. And look, Sarah jumps on the ring apron, earning her money, trying to distract Mike Musso, and it worked. Oh, ducks a super kick, runs through Alan Grogan with that clothesline. He didn't get out of the blunt force trauma, but Grogan got taken down anyway. And Musso's going straight back to it. He knows if he hits it, it's going to be all over. And once again, Sarah dives up the apron. The referee having to go over and chase her away. And Grogan's grabbed the belt. Musso doesn't realise it, but Grogan's got the belt and nails him in the face. Alan Grogan, with the referee being distracted, hits Musso with the championship belt.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, the W3L Heavyweight Champion, Alan Grogan.
It took Sarah distracting the referee and indeed Mike Musso. It took the title going in Musso's face to keep the former champion down. But Alan Grogan is still the W3L Heavyweight Champion.
It took a distraction from Sarah, took a shot with the Heavyweight Championship belt, but Alan Grogan gets the victory over Mike Musso. And as things stand, in the July of 2013, the main event at Wrestlution VII will be Grogan defending the heavyweight title against Seven Deadly Sins winner Nathan Reynolds. Of course, July to November, there's time in between, anything can happen, so keep your eyes firmly peeled on Wrestling Showdown as we continue to build through 2013 towards Wrestlution VII, but that's how things currently stand right now. Speaking of Wrestlution VII, I've announced a couple of matches for it already. This is what's in the pipeline. We know there'll be the battle of the former Disco Biscuit tag team partners, the Reaver Taylor Bryden and the very good Mr. Ewan G. Mackey. King Liam has issued an open challenge to face anybody at Wrestlution VII, and I can now tell you that the golden ticket will be up for grabs in a ladder match. 4 participants culled from W3L's history, past, present and future, are going to collide for the famed golden ticket. We will see Rory Steele, fresh out of the W3L Action Academy by the time Wrestlution VII comes around. Newcomer to W3L, the notorious nobleman Lucian Maynard Smith, and the butcher Scott Rennick. There's also going to be a mystery 4th participant. Management haven't told us who it's going to be. Somebody from W3L's past, but that covers a lot of ground, so it could be absolutely anyone. The reason Scott Rennick's in this match will become clear in a few weeks' time, so stick with me here every single week on Rewind and you'll find out exactly why. But those are the first 2 matches we've announced for Wrestlution VII. There's plenty more to come in the next couple of weeks, so again, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Obviously, we're bringing you Wrestlution VII on the W3L Box Office on March 21st. There's tons up there in the box office. You should go up, watch them via digital download, watch the 10-year documentary to get yourself up to speed with what's going on. It's all well worth seeing, and that's just because we can't currently bring you live events, and we want to. We've got some scheduled. They've been planned for April of last year, and they've had to be rejigged a couple of times, all subject to change, but original tickets do remain valid. Keep hold of them. We'll see you at some point, hopefully sooner rather than later. Crafty Corner Silver returns our live event sponsor. Check them out online, make a purchase, tell them we said hello. Buy an amazing W3L t-shirt. There's tons of great designs. You should get your hands on at least 5 or 6 of them, because why not? And also buy a fan support package. Helps you help us just until we can get back and running properly. Again, you get all these amazing things for what starts as a $5, but there's something to every single budget. So all those plus DVDs, because who doesn't love physical media? They're all available from our website. It's w3lwrestling.com. Make your purchase, send to the mailing list while you are at it. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram, subscribe to this channel. Use that hashtag. Tell us what you thought about Britain's Most Wanted against the Coffey Brothers. What about Damien O'Connor turning on Scott Rennick? And then come back here in 7 days' time, because yes, we're continuing to build towards Wrestlution VII again, ever closer. It's March next week, so we're going to be even closer still again. March 21st is when it all goes down. I'll have another step on the road to Wrestlution VII right here on Wrestling Showdown Rewind.